Good morning, everyone. I'm back, and I'm going to be doing the turtle transfer on this one, and I think I might like it around about, I think like this. Yeah. So there's some beautiful green turquoise colors going on. There's a lot of lacing going on, so we want to keep that. I think I'll put it on here. First off, I want to thank, of course, all my sponsors for this month. That makes me really happy that you like my channel enough to sponsor it. So thank you all for pitching in to making this channel possible. Thank you. This is the one I'm going to put on, so there'll be a nice lot of pour left over to see. So that's how we're going to put that little turtle thing on. And I'm going to do that with the gel medium. And I'm going to spread it on with a little brush, yes. Now I've had a lot of reactions on my website, on the channel, a lot of comments I should say, about people saying you should just do what you want because I like you chatting. Well, I haven't been really chatting a lot lately because of all the comments of, well, not a lot, but you know, if you get like 600 comments of people saying, oh, we love you chatting, and you get 2 of people saying, you know, just get on with it, well, those 2 really stick. Because I'm thinking, you know, I think it's rude. If I'm on someone's channel and I don't like what they're doing, I don't even leave them a thumbs down. I just think, well, that's how they want to do their channel. And I will speed it up, go fast forward, or do something else. But I would not leave a nasty comment like that. It's really, I don't know. I think people these days, they don't have time to just sit back and watch something. No, they just want to have it all speed up like in fast motion, fast forwarding. I've never done that before, you know, do a video really fast, because I don't think it's something I want to do, unless it would be something that, you know, like abstract. I can understand that, because, you know, you do maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours over a painting. So you could speed that up, you know, the parts that aren't interesting. I could have speeded this up because I know a lot of people don't like this. But it's just me doing my thing. And if you don't like it, you can always fast forward. Yeah. Okay, about the weather, guys. Oh, it's unbelievable. We are getting some, and it's only, you know, so early in the year, but we're getting some awesome weather. This is beach weather. There will be so many people on the beach today that all the roads will be totally full. You know, there'll be like, what do you call it when there's a lot of cars? I don't know what you call it. But there'll be a lot of people on the road going to the beach. And I don't know. I just don't like that. I like the island I go to because of there's almost no one there. That's what I kind of like. Okay, let's put this little baby on here. Now pull him down a little. Make sure he is semi-straight. That's about it. Enough room there. Enough room there. This time I'm gonna do it just a little thinner than I did the last one, because in the last one you could see the where I went over it with the back of the brush. So I'm not going to do that, but I am going to smooth it out just a little, like this. And I'm just using a cap of a bottle, but it's nice and smooth, so that'll work. So that's it. That's it. I think that'll work. There's a little bit, there's a little bit going on there that we might want to work on a bit. That's it. Okay, it's totally on there. So I'm going to clean up my brush, put this away, mix some white paint, and I'm going to pour the 40 by 40, the big one, and on that one I'll show you. On that one I'm going to put this huge shell, Nautilus thing. This is what I'm going to put on the big one. It's really big, as you can see. So let's see. See how that will fit nicely. Let's put one on here. Look at that. That's going to be big, right? This is a 40 by 40. That's what's going to be on it. I've done that once before, this one. I can remember. And it was sold like in an instant. So if anyone wants this one, you'll have to email me. Tell me you want it, and I'll keep it for you. Okay, guys. I'll be back in a minute, and I'll be pouring the 40 by 40, and I have something in mind for a really long one with a koi fish on it. So that's going to be interesting too. So I'll see you all in a bit. Love you all to pieces. Hi everyone, I'm back, and I'm going to take off the paper. As you can see, first we wet the paper. Let it soak a little bit. I was going to do more videos today, but guys, I can't because it is so hot. It's really too hot to do anything. I don't have air conditioning in my studio, so uh-oh, doesn't look like it transferred much, but I'm gonna work it with the pen anyway, so that's gonna work out later, as long as I got a little bit of the transfer on. But it's too hot, so I think I'll have to you know, get up a little bit earlier tomorrow to do a couple of videos. Now this one isn't transferring as well as the last one, but it'll give me more room to do my own thing on top of it with the marker. Okay. Maybe I should have let it soak in just a little bit more. But as long as you get just a little bit of, as you can see, the outlines, as long as you get a little bit of those, that's enough, because sometimes you just want the mica, which you're going to be putting on top, to be the main focus. Sometimes you want, like the shell, I like the really dark coil. That was kind of nice, but this one, well, at least the outlines are there, and I'm going to work it with the felt tip to make it just a little bit more obvious, only the outlines, and then I'm going to come in with the mica and do the coloring. That's a lot of paper, making it a little bit more wet, but you can see enough of it, you know, I can just work that. So that's really all you have to do, is wet the paper and sort of start rubbing it off. There it is. And there's some more on there, as you can see the white that's going over there. You got to make sure that you get that all off too. And I think this is best, you know, one of those little, see how the paper gets on there, and that'll leave almost only the transfer on the canvas. And as you can see how well this paint behaves, because it's totally waterproof, so you'll have no trouble taking it off like this whatsoever. And of course, when it's all ready, you're going to give it a really nice varnish layer. So that's going to be really nice. Okay, that's about it. So this also might be nice to show you, you know, if you have the transfer on how you're going to fix this. and I might just do a little video about that. I'm gonna put this out in the sun and let it dry, and then I'll be back and I'll show you what I do with my pen. Okay guys, love you all to pieces. Later. Hi everyone, I'm back and I'm gonna finish the little turtle thing. I added a little contrast with a fill tip pen. It's waterproof, so I'm hoping it's gonna stay there. I'm gonna try and make it, I think this is really, oh, orange peel. I think that might be too bright. Let's see, I don't know. And in any case, I'm doing it with this, the gloss varnish. So I'll just put a little here on the table, a little gloss varnish. I have my plastic on the table, so that should work. I first want to see the color. Ooh, that is really orange. I'm not sure if that's going to work for the, well, let's see, we can always add. Because I want the shell to be sort of, oh yeah, that works fine, look at that. I want the shell to be sort of brownish, greenish. And as you know, I like the transparency of the micas with the polyurethane. It's really very transparent. Gives the illusion of some sort of a there's a little thing going on there. I don't know what that is, but I'll take it off later. It gives the illusion of color, but it also shows what's underneath. And that's sort of what I'm going for. As you can see, it's already starting to come off the canvas. So that's kind of nice. Then I have another color, brown, and I'm going to mix that in right away. A little bit of water here. It makes the color just a little bit more intense, as you can see. And by doing it this way, I get just a little bit more a feel of the color if I add it there. So I'm gonna put this around the side. And as you can see, this one is a little bit more opaque. That's about it. And I like that for the sides, just to give it a little bit more of a feel that it's coming off the canvas. Not too much though, because we don't want it to be really opaque. We still want to see the transfer. See that? That's kind of what I was going for. Now, while I do this, I did buy a drone yesterday. Oh no, this morning, sorry. Don't know why I say some things, but because I think it's because my mind is occupied with what I'm doing right now, and then you sort of say stupid stuff. So I bought a drone this morning, but I didn't buy a really expensive one because I think that I want to try it out first. You know, the one I've had my eye on is really expensive. It's I found a shop that was cheaper. It had the same thing for, let's see, 1,600 euros. That's almost $2,000. And, you know, it has a lot of functions that I really like, but I'm sort of not really sure I'm going to be really liking that drone flying thing. So that's why I bought a little one. And I bought that on wish.com. Don't know if you know it, but it's sort of one of those Chinese shopping sites. If you've never been there, you gotta go, because it is amazing what they have. It is like crazy. Now that one really isn't. This one is really transparent, as you can see. So I bought a little one. I keep getting distracted. I bought a little one, and it has a camera, so I can try it out. And if I really like it, and my husband, of course, if he likes it, because like I said yesterday, he doesn't have any hobbies. No, I take up too much of his time. But if he likes to do that, then maybe I'll buy him one when he's for his birthday or something like that. So we can do that. But I'll give it a go and we'll see what happens. Now, another thing, I got to get that really beautiful turquoisey color. The Guatemala green, really need that. Where's my Guatemala green? Here it is. So another thing that I've been getting a couple of emails about is the videos of Gina DeLuca. Now, if you've never been to her site, I would say go over and watch some of her videos. She does a lot of pouring now lately with paint, and the only thing she adds is a lot of Floetrol and water, and she uses the paint density to create those cells we all really like. And I've been getting a lot of emails asking me to do one of those pours, and because it's way too hot over here in Holland, I think I just might do one, because I think the weather we're having here at the moment will be okay to do one of those pours, because the ones I do with the silicone, the heat really sort of, you know, does something to cells, forming of the cells. So you guys might be having the same trouble. Let me find my Bayou Blue. Oh, there you are. Yeah. So you might experience some of the same troubles that I'm having when it's too hot. So I thought I'd do one of those pours just to try it, you know. But the thing is that people expect you to be able to do anything another artist does, and that's certainly not the case. That's not going to happen, because every single thing you do when you're pouring, every single thing you do differently, like the thickness of the paint, the paint brands that you use, about everything, the order in which you put the paint in the cup, everything will be, you know, different, and that, you know, changes the outcome of the pour. And I hope everyone really understands that. So I'm willing to try to do a pour like that, and I will absolutely also show you the mixing, everything. But don't expect to get exactly the same effects that Gina DeLuca gets, because that's not going to be happening. Now, another thing is that Lily's Mix, what was that? I think the dog was at the door. Lily's Mix, she was doing something similar to Gina DeLuca, and I don't know, I didn't find, I think she pulled the video, but somehow she sort of insulted the artist, and she got a lot of crap coming over her. And I don't think that's, you know, sometimes when we're doing stuff, we're just babbling on, and sometimes you'll say something that irritates a viewer, and that just happens, guys. You know, you can't really think that we are professional reporters or something like that, because we aren't. We just try to do what we think is best. Let's get a little bit more dark brown in there, because I'm not liking this now. We're not really experienced video people, so sometimes we say things that, you know, rub people the wrong way, and, you know, instead of just thinking, okay. But she got a lot of heat over her, people complaining about what she said, and she tried to apologize, and but they didn't take that, I think. So I wish people would be kind to one another. You know, sometimes things like that happen. We can't always, you know, totally be in charge of what we say. Like I said, right now I'm just, you know, trying to get this looking a little nice. And then you sort of babble on, and before you know it, something comes out that some people don't like. Okay, that's looking a little bit more like I wanted it, and now I'm going to try and lighten it up again from the side. See that? And I think I'll have to do this twice. I think I'll have to come in again and give the lines a little bit more of a definition. It is kind of looking like a real shell, although I can't see much of the line. So I'll be coming in again with my pen and doing some line work. Now, let's see, what other colors do we have? Spanish moss. I think that's sort of greenish. I'm looking for something green. Yeah, that's a little green. Look at that. That's nice and green. So, and that looks a little bit better. Let's give it a little bit green on this side. A little bit more. A little bit green in the neck here. That's kind of looking nice, yeah. You can't really see exactly how this works, but because the light and the video don't pick up the little bit of glitter that's in the mica. But believe me, there is a little bit glitter in here, and I kind of like the way it's turning off. Yep. This I think I like this, yeah. I like the shell. So what I'm going to do is come in with the lines and do the shell again. And the little fins and everything I'll just leave like this, with a little bit of mica that is on here at the moment. Okay, I think that's about it. It's going to be really nice and shiny when it's finished. Now the other brush, let's see if I can use that one, because I would like to put a little bit of gloss varnish up here just to show you what it does to the cells. And I didn't clean the canvas. That is pretty stupid. Here we go. Can you see how that brightens up the pour? And if you're using this kind of varnish, what I really want you to do before you go on and put a real thick layer on top is first put on a real thin layer like I'm doing right now. I'll try to show you really up close. Wait a minute. There you go. See how thin that is? That's really thin. Now if you do this, you will have no chance of cracking whatsoever. And if you do this like 2 layers of really thin polyurethane and then come in with a little bit thicker layer later, then you'll see that it'll be really nice and smooth and will almost look like resin. And of course you'll do it with a bigger brush than I'm doing. This is really, really tiny. But I'm also seeing that it's not separating, and there is some silicone on this canvas, but it's not separating, so that's good, right? I'm just giving it a little layer so that I can come in later and give it one big layer, or a big thick. Sorry, see, I'm babbling on again, but this is kind of fun to do. The people that are experiencing cracking, it's usually because it's one of a couple of things. Let's see. First you have that your humidity is off, too low, too high, whatever. That can certainly be a problem when you're doing varnishing. And of course, if you put on the first layers, you put them on too thick. You shouldn't do that, really. It's unless you're working with a top coat, of course. But I've even heard that the top coats start cracking, and it's about a lot of things. So the humidity, the temperature, how fast something dries, all that comes into play when we're varnishing our paintings. And as you can see, this goes pretty fast, even with a tiny little brush that I have right here. So we're putting it around. Let's see, need a little bit more. But even this, you know, now I'm videoing this, but normally I get so relaxed and zen when I do stuff like this. You should enjoy the whole process of making a painting, not just the pouring and seeing that the cells appear, but I think you should enjoy the whole process. The mixing of the paint and the varnishing. See, if you put it on as thin as I'm doing now, you will also have no problem with the brush marks. As you see up here, it's totally flat. There are no brush marks. So this is just the first layer, and that will sort of seal off this whole painting. I'll do the sides offline because you don't want to see that all. But this is looking pretty nice. And I thought I'd be ready, you know, and put the video online, but I won't. But if I put this in the sun, I'm sure this will be dry in about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to be putting the outline back, and then I'll put the whole video online. So I'm going to be back in a flash before you know it. And I see that I'm out of focus. There you go. So I'll be back and finish off this video, and then I'll go stir up some paint and try to do a Gina De Luca. Okay guys, love you all to pieces. Later.